Okay, so we're now heading off to K Road and we're going to be doing some interviews to find out what people think about the possible gentrification of the entire street. Here we are on K Road. I'm not quite sure who I'm going to interview first. I'm Perry, nice to meet you.
I'm Nat.
Nice to meet you, dude.
I'm standing here with Perry, who is doing a study on why K Road shouldn't change, and I totally agree with him. We don't want a second Ponsonby at all. Like, I don't go to Ponsonby anyway. I feel more comfortable here, where it's like all alternative. Yeah, it's like a family on K Road. You don't want to change that.
What do you reckon differentiates K Road from Ponsonby? Like, what's the difference? Why is K Road special?
The people.
A nice mix of people, you know, generally. The area's changed a lot over the last few years, but probably for the better. A bit of the rough elements sort of gone. A few clubs have closed down and been replaced by art galleries. Quite a nice arty scene around here, a lot of artists, a lot of individuals. The shop's a little bit different as well, not your mainstream shopping mall type thing, which makes it nice. So it'd be nice to keep that sort of flavoursome vibe there still. I can see it's going to change. A lot of affluent apartments, people may want the shops they're used to, but that's okay. If you've got legs, walk down to Ponsonby or, you know, go to your regular shopping mall. They'll still be there. There's lots of them. Let's just keep the flavour of, you know, how it is.
It was at this point that I moved to St. Kevin's Arcade, considered by many to be the heart of K Road's small business culture. I started at the Green Dolphin, where I bought a book with a change given to me at the much-loved Alleluia Cafe, also within the complex. I then wandered into the cruelty-free shop.
So I'm Jill Peterson and I own the cruelty-free shop located inside St. Kevin's Arcade on Cranhampton Road.
Fabulous. And so I've been going around K Road and asking people what they think about the so-called mass gentrification that's going to be happening and taking over K Road's culture and vibe. And I seem to be hearing a different perspective from people within Kevin's Arcade.
Yes.
And I'd just be really interested to hear your thoughts about that.
So the thing that people love about Cranhampton Road and St. Kevin's Arcade is the myriad of small businesses clustered around the street. What's going to happen is the little businesses are going to go away. And they're going to go away because people are shopping more on the internet. They are, you know, doing whatever they do in other parts of town. They like the idea of K Road and St. Kevin's Arcade, but they're not patronising it.
Mm-hmm. So not that we're pointing blame,
yes,
but the perspective seems to be that people are blaming large businesses for coming in and taking over K Road. Do you think it's more perhaps the people saying that they love K Road and then aren't putting their money where their mouth is?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Because all the small businesses are just subsisting. They're not making real money, living on minimum wage to stay open. And the general perception is that all these businesses are doing really well and that people can just drift in as tourists, wander around, enjoy the ambience, go home. So what we need to do is, if people really love the place, we need to get them back to utilise the restaurants, the clubs, the shops and all the little businesses here, because it's true that apartment blocks are moving in and developers are moving in, and they're moving in with the idea that in time everything's going to change. They want to see the bigger stores moving in, and all these little businesses that give it character will go.
So really, if you could say anything on behalf of anyone working on K Road, it would be a call to people to come and utilise the businesses here and participate in the culture of K Road instead of just talking about it.
Correct. In fact, that's a fantastic way of putting it. Participate in the culture of K Road. Don't just come up and have a wander and go home, but think about coming up to actually shop. You know, come to one of the cafes. You know, what we want is like genuine people who care about maintaining the culture that we have here. And, you know, the character of Auckland before it's gone away, because it will go. In 20 years' time, it's all going to be totally different.
The vibe is different up here as opposed to Queen Street.
Yeah.
Feeling, the aura, everything is different up here. Heaps of characters.
What's the main difference, you reckon, between Ponsonby or K Road?
The people are always got a smile on their face here, you know. Everybody's always happy, content to be here. It's beautiful. It's always busy up here, ain't it? Always busy. There's always people doing something, and people love music.
Absolutely.
Music is good in the background. It's international language.
Yeah. It seems sad that so many different businesses seem to be going, well, out of business here in K Road. And although some people think it's the large businesses buying them out, others seem to think it's the fact that people just aren't shopping there anymore. Many people mention the fact that the people here are what make the street special. Luke, the man with the exciting sunglasses that I interviewed earlier,
Yeah, man.
was kind enough to welcome me into his home on K Road and show me what it was like inside.
Wow, oh my gosh. This is incredible. Yeah, absolutely.
Hallelujah, the cafe within St. Kevin's Arcade is one of the many businesses that is slowly going to be phasing out over the next couple of months on K Road. And flicking through one of the photo albums there, it made me think, maybe we are losing something special here on K Road. Maybe this isn't all for the best. However, as with many stories, there are so many different sides. But I guess that's for a blog for a different time.
That was my fiance before she worked there.
Really? That's a wrap. Look, thank you so much.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.